What's going on, everybody? This is Joe.
And Amy.
And we are back with another episode of Pokemon Black, Amy's 5th journey through the world of Pokemon. Last time, we went through Victory Road for the final time. We made it up here to the Pokemon League, to the summit, whatever you want to call it, of the mountain.
It's pretty sick looking.
Yeah, it is really cool. I mean, they've always kind of outdone themselves, or I don't want to say overdone it, because that implies, like, critique of that, but they've always made the Pokemon League look big, you know?
Yeah.
Or, like, put a lot of design effort into it, especially as the kind of software has enhanced more to be able to, like, show more things graphically.
Right.
But that is all to imply that this week is the big one. Amy, we're going to fight the Elite Four this week.
All right.
Or at least we're going to start to. This guy warned us, I think, last time. But anyway, here is your team. We'll talk about that guy in a second. But
yeah, I see it.
Do we want to figure out who we want first and or second? We bought a bunch of items last time, healing items and things like that, so we have a bunch of those ready to go. Everybody has the hold items that they're going to have.
Can you just refresh me on everybody's moves real quick?
Absolutely.
It's been a bit.
No problem. So, first of all, because we talked about items, Poison Barb on Scolipede, upping poison type attacks, plus their stab, which is nice. Darmanitan Soft Sand to increase the power of Dig.
Okay.
We'll get to the rest of the moves in a moment. Spell Tag ups the power of Ghost type moves because you have Shadow Claw on your Crocodile here. Rocky Helmet, as you know, when this gets hit with a physical attack, the attacker also takes damage.
Yes.
And because we're so defensive, that's a good thing for you. With Crustle, Druddigan has the Expert Belt, meaning that super effective attacks do more, I think. And because you have Surf and Charge Beam that don't do a lot, that's going to be helpful.
Because our special attack is low.
Yes, and Flash Cannon, also a special attack.
Oh, wow, okay.
So all three of them, as long as you're using them super effectively, will do even more than they normally would.
Good.
Flash Cannon, 80 power, by the way.
Great.
50 power on Charge Beam, 95 power on Surf. So at least Surf and Flash Cannon, strong in their own right, but get a little bit more boosted with Expert Belt, especially, like you said, because the special attacks, your special attack is down on Druddigan, and then Dragon Claw, both physical, is physical, 80 power, and stab.
Right.
So, no need to help Dragon Claw along.
Yeah.
And again, 150 attack versus 71 special attack.
Right.
So it's a massive difference. And 71, arguably nothing to sneeze at, not like among your best stats on your team or anything.
Right.
But 71, not terrible. I mean, it's not 59 speed or anything.
Right.
Charcoal on Embor, of course, raising your fire type moves abilities, which is good, or damage, I should say. And that's it for items. So I guess we already did a bit of talking about attacks. So Embor, the fire fighting type, you have 3 stab moves in Flamethrower, Flame Charge, and Brick Break. Now, notably, your nature means that you have an increased attack stat, decreased special attack stat, but special attack is still your second highest, not counting HP, and your attack stat is insane on Embor with 163. And so, Rock Tomb, physical, not stab, of course. Flamethrower, special, stab, charcoal boosted, 95 power.
Wow.
And Flame Charge, physical fire type move, stab boosted, charcoal boosted, 50 power, and every time you use it, you raise your speed by +1.
That's cool.
And Brick Break, 75 power, stab boosted, physical, and technically if they have a light screen or a reflect up, you break through those.
Okay. Now, Flame Charge ups our speed.
Plus
so
1.
What is our speed?
82.
Wow. Okay.
Which is not terrible.
Still
it's
pretty okay.
Yeah, it's the next highest after special attack.
All right. Gorgeous, Embor.
Right?
You're just a beauty. Thing of beauty.
After Embor, and you have the Blaze ability. If you are at low health, your Flamethrower and Flame Charge will do even more damage, because you definitely needed that.
Gorgeous.
We just talked about Druddigan, so we're good here.
Yeah.
Crustle. You have the Rocky Helmet, so that's one thing. In terms of stab damage dealing moves, you have Rock Slide, 75 power, 90 accuracy, physical, and may make the targets flinch. So technically 10% less accurate than full. So every once in a while you might miss.
Right.
X Scissor, 100% accurate, 80 power, physical bug type move.
Okay.
Slash is just a strong normal type move and crits more often.
Okay.
And it has 70 power and is still physical.
Okay.
And if you note, your 135 attack
Jeez.
versus 72 special attack, but you don't have any special attacks,
right.
So it doesn't matter. But notably, your other fancy move is Shell Smash. The user breaks its shell, lowering its defense and special defense, but sharply raising attack, special attack, and speed.
Wow. Okay.
So you put that on there. We haven't really talked about this a ton, because we don't really do this much. And maybe we could. Maybe you're not interested. It doesn't, we can see as it comes up. But this has the potential to what's called sweep an opponent's team.
Yeah.
So if they are a an Elite Four member, that uses a particular type of Pokemon that Rock and or Bug is super effective against.
Yeah.
You could, on the first Pokemon that they put in, Shell Smash and just go to town. In trying to basically one-shot every one of their Pokemon with a super effective X Scissor, Rock Slide, whatever.
That sounds really scary, though. Because I assume once you do that, Crustle no longer has the Rocky Helmet because it broke its shell. And it's very vulnerable after that.
So the game is not sophisticated like that.
Oh.
You will still have the Rocky Helmet. It says nothing about you losing your item. So if you had a different item besides the Rocky Helmet, it wouldn't matter. Whatever item you have, you still have.
Okay.
So if they hit you, they're still going to take damage if it's a physical attack. Obviously, the issue is you've lowered your defense and special defense. Now, as a reminder, this is your rock type. So you have 131 defense and 79 special defense. So your special defense might go pretty low, but your defense is going to then kind of become on par with everything else.
Yeah.
You're upping. So now, if I'm reading this correctly, because we did this once before, but it's been a little bit, it says lowering its defense and special defense. That would be -1 each.
Wow.
But sharply raising attack, special attack, and speed, that'd be +2 to each.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
So I'm not telling you to do anything you're uncomfortable with. I'm just reminding you of how Shell Smash could work.
Yeah.
And honestly, if you Shell Smash, and you kill their first Pokemon, and then they send another Pokemon out, and you're like, oh wow, this Pokemon's going to be like super effective against Crustle. I'm not confident here. I want to switch out. No shame in that whatsoever, because when you switch out, stat changes go away.
Oh.
So when it comes back in, it will have not reduced defense, not reduced special defense, not increased attack, special attack, or speed.
Okay. Okay.
It's just any damage that you've taken obviously stays. So
okay.
Then it's a lot less, it might be a lot less helpful because you're lowering your defense and possibly then immediately taking another attack.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, so to me, I see Shell Smash as like a finisher move, right? Like, you put Crustle in because you're like, okay, I can use Rock Slide or I can use X Scissor, and I'm using those moves, and then, to finish things, I do Shell Smash.
Oh, I would...
That's how I see it.
Okay. It's fine if you see it that way. I'm telling you that's not how people typically would use it.
Okay.
But the way that we do things around here is that you're not necessarily here to do things that are typical.
Right.
So that is not how most people would use it.
Okay.
The point of Shell Smash is you're now at +2 attack, +2 special attack, +2 speed.
Yeah.
So you're now faster and stronger. You should be able to one-shot almost anything that comes across you at that point. So if, for example, when we fought the flying type gym leader, right? If you had this, you're a bug type. So your bug typing is weak to flying. Your rock typing is not weak to flying. It would be neutral. But your rock slide is super effective against flying.
Right.
So if you upped your attack +2 and your rock slide is physical and 75 power and stab, you could Shell Smash on your first turn, and then every turn after that, the hope is that you rock slide and kill one of their Pokemon after every rock slide.
Gotcha.
And you're faster, which means you go first, kill their Pokemon, they send out the next one, you're faster. You kill the next one, they send out the next one, you kill that one, etc.
Okay.
That's the goal
Now
with
I
Shell
get it.
Smash.
Yeah.
That's what I meant by sweep. So you set up with Shell Smash, and then you sweep after that.
Right.
But like I said, I'm not trying to make you do anything you're uncomfortable with. That is the idea behind Shell Smash. You use it if you feel like it, and if you have enough kind of advanced warning that that might be something you would want to do, you can try to plan that out. If not, you just go with the flow and do what you're comfortable with.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Exactly. Next is Crocodile. We just talked about Shadow Claw being spell tag boosted. It is physical, 70 power, 100 accuracy, and crits more often.
Nice. Okay.
But you're a ground dark type, so that will not be stab, but spell tag boosted. Your stab moves are your other 3. Foul Play, 95 power, 100 accuracy, and the higher the target's attack stat, the greater the damage. So if you're attacking something that is a physical attacker and has a high physical attack, you're doing more damage to it with Foul Play.
Wow. Okay.
Bulldoze, 60 power, 100 accuracy. The Pokemon's speed is reduced when you hit it. And Dig, underground 1 turn, moves will miss you, and then you hit the second turn. 80 power, 100 accuracy, physical move.
Okay.
And your attack stat, as a reminder, even though you're a reduced attack nature,
Okay.
is 119 on your attack, which is your second highest stat after your boosted speed.
Okay.
And, again, talking about setting up, with Crocodile, don't forget you have Moxie. If you kill something, your attack goes up by +1, and then it stays if there are more Pokemon. Often it was like, hey, it's a wild Pokemon, this is irrelevant.
Right.
Not irrelevant against the Elite Four. If you kill something, you get +1 attack. Now you're at more than 119 attack and can keep going to town with your other moves.
Great.
The one-hit wonder, Darmanitan.
Yeah.
Not boosted by anything. You have 157 attack. Fire Punch. Physical, stab boosted, 75 power, 100 accuracy.
Yeah.
It is your only stab move on Darmanitan, notably. And it may leave the target with a burn. Hammer Arm is 100 power,
Wow.
90 accuracy.
Okay.
It is a physical move. And when you use it, it lowers your speed -1.
Oh, okay.
And you start with 99 speed. You are a minus speed nature, but at this point, the nature is irrelevant. The number is what matters now.
Right.
And you're at 99 speed now. Strength is 80 power, 100 accuracy.
Pretty good.
And that's the end of that statement. That's just all it is. But like you said, very strong. And it's physical, of course, going off of your massive attack stat. And Dig, just the same. But Soft Sand boosted is this Dig.
Yeah.
Now, it was stab on Crocodile, not stab here, but Soft Sand here.
Right.
Scolipede.
We've got stab up the wazoo.
That's all you have. And you're
Stab me in the wazoo.
Jesus. You have 109 attack on Scolipede, And don't forget, 121 speed. You have a very fast Scolipede here.
Yes.
Now, all of your moves...
beautiful.
Yes. All of your moves are physical. Poison Tail has a chance to poison and crits more often, but as we've seen, it doesn't really crit as often as you might want it to.
Right.
You might get lucky. Who knows? Steamroller, 65 power, 100 accuracy, may make the target flinch, and you are faster.
Okay.
So you could have luck there as well, with then if they flinch, you just get to attack them for free again.
Right.
Poison Jab, 80 power, 100 accuracy, may also poison. So it's the same as Poison Tail in its abilities, but Poison Tail crits more often, but Poison Tail is 50 power. This is 80 power.
Right.
And then X Scissor, 80 power versus 65 power. Steamroller may flinch. X Scissor just does damage.
Right.
And is a little stronger, as we just said.
Okay.
And that is your entire team.
That is a kick-ass motherfucking team.
I really agree. I think you've done an incredible job. Now the question...
I'm actually shocked. Like, I'm sitting here going, like, this team... Like, I'm gonna come in here against these Elite Four,
yeah,
and they're not gonna know what the fuck hit them.
Good.
I'm like
good,
flabbergasted.
I'm glad to hear
over
it.
Here before we've even started fighting them.
That's right. So now my question to you is, as we sort of as I implied before,
this is the best team I've ever had by a lot. I feel
you think
like.
so?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just feel like they're more powerful.
It's interesting. Obviously, we'll have to see, right, as we go through the Elite Four, if that shows in your performance as well.
Yeah.
We're not sure yet, and we will see going in, but I'm very interested to see.
Me too.
Who do you want as number 1 and or number 2? Notably, 47s and 48s split 3 and 3 here. Because you're fighting the Elite Four, obviously they're going to give you presumably a fair amount of experience, so you could keep leveling up as time goes on here. But, yeah, that's your call.
Oh, boy. I feel like Crocodile should be first. Not even sure why I think that. I'm just trusting my gut.
Fair enough. Do you care who's second?
I think Embor is second.
You got it.
Yeah.
Okay. We're happy?
Yeah.
All right. Let's go talk to this guy and see what he says. He says, once you start your challenge, you cannot leave until you win against all or lose. Do you want to go in?
No.
So, as a reminder for how the Elite Four has worked in the past, it works the exact same way here. You have to beat all 4 of them. You have every item at your disposal, of course.
Right.
But you cannot leave to go to a Pokemon Center after beating 1 of them. You have to beat all 4 of them before you are allowed to be done and heal or whatever.
Okay.
And in the past, you have fought the Elite Four and then the champion also without being able to, go to a Pokemon Center to heal. Again, you have items.
Yeah.
But
now, I know we always have a ton of money. Do we still have a lot? I know we bought a lot of items.
We bought a lot of items.
Just want to make sure that if and when we potentially lose here and we have to start over and lose half our money.
We have 167,932.
All right.
So
yeah,
yes,
that's
a lot.
fine.
Yeah, a lot. So we're good?
Yeah.
All right. We're happy to go in?
Yeah.
Here we go, y'all. Then proceed.
Thank you.
And so in we go.
Rocket member. Team Rocket member.
This is the Elite Four. Now, you've been locked in, as we know.
Is it a Team Rocket member?
No.
I feel like it shouldn't be, but it looks like it is.
Not to my knowledge. I don't believe that's part of canon or anything, but if folks know, you can let me know in the comments. It may just be the outfit that he's wearing.
Yeah.
Now, this statue here looks very odd. I actually genuinely don't know what it's attempting to depict, but if we read it,
yeah,
words are engraved on the statue. 4 great warriors form this Pokemon League.
Okay.
To the southwest is one who does not fear the ghost type. To the southeast is one who channels the power of the fighting type. To the northwest is one who has mastered the dark type. And to the northeast is one who knows the mind of the psychic type. Now, if you can defeat these warriors with your courage and wisdom, you shall be led to the summit where the strongest champion awaits. This is a new thing for the Elite Four.
Yeah.
Every other time that we have ever fought the Elite Four, it has been you walk in the door, you are led to the first Elite Four member, you have no choice in the matter.
Right.
When you beat that Elite Four member, you are led to the second Elite Four member, who is a specific person. You have no choice in the matter. Now, you have a choice in what order you want to fight these Elite Four members in. Wow. And you now know what 4 types they use as well.
Well, not really, because I didn't write it down.
That's fine. I will write it down as we read it over again.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize you could read it again.
Yeah. Because I chose to walk up and read it. You don't even have to read it. So, to the southwest...
Okay, so the one on the left-hand side.
Correct, the bottom left. Bottom left is the ghost type.
Yeah, but it's not, though. It says it doesn't fear the ghost type, so I thought it was either normal or fighting.
You would think that.
Oh.
It's
but
not.
It's not.
It's
okay.
weird. It's worded strangely.
Okay.
Like, they don't fear the ghost type because they use them.
Okay.
It's worded strangely.
Because most people fear ghosts because they're ghosts.
Correct.
Okay.
To the southeast, so the bottom right, is fighting types. To the northwest, so the top left, is dark type. And to the top right is psychic type. So, with that being said, and looking at your chart over there, how do you want to handle this?
Let's see.
Yeah, let's see.
Okay. So the first one is ghost types. So we would want to use dark or ghost against it. But if we use ghost against it, then their attacks will be super effective against us.
Correct.
So we really just want to use dark against it.
Okay.
Right? So...
Of which you have a dark type Pokemon that has a dark type move and a ghost type move. Boosted with the spell tag in Crocodile.
Nice. Yes.
I don't believe anybody else has ghost type moves.
That's correct. But we used to have another dark type move.
We had Pursuit on Scolipede, which we got rid
of it. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So Crocodile for that one.
Right.
Is the main.
Mm-hmm.
Fighting is next. Flying or psychic is good against fighting.
But also worth double checking, what is fighting not very effective against?
Bug, rock, and dark? Or no, I have to look the other direction.
Correct.
Okay, so normal, ice, or no, I'm sorry,
No.
Poison, flying, psychic, bug.
And
That's a lot of
obviously
shit.
no effect on ghost, but not that you have any that's relevant for.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's relevant to not use then against the bottom left, not Jim, but Elite Four person.
Right, because you do have fighting type moves on Emboar and Darmanitan. So yes, good point.
Okay, so poison. What did we say? Flying.
So what?
Psychic and bug.
Right, but fighting is weak to flying and psychic.
Oh.
Of which you have none, I don't think.
All right, so we do not want to use a fighting type move against the top right psychic gym, because even though their attacks won't be super effective against us, our attacks will not be super effective against them.
Well,
that's what you're saying.
Sure. I mean, I'm talking. We were talking about the fighting type Elite Four member here, but if we're moving to Psychic, Psychic will be super effective against Embor, who has a fighting type attack because he's part fighting, whereas Darmanitan has a fighting type attack but is not part fighting. So, but still, if you're talking about not using it,
okay, so then it's not really against the move; it's against the type of Pokemon.
Always.
Okay, I think I didn't really understand that.
Are you sure?
Yeah, like, I think I thought that, like, even if it's not stab, using a fighting type move against a psychic type Pokemon would not be as effective as something else, because it was also, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not.
Maybe
quite,
I didn't think that.
That's fine. I'm not quite sure what you're getting at there, but
I'm not sure either.
That's okay. So against the we were on fighting.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll go back to fighting for a minute.
Right. So my point in talking to you about fighting was that you don't have any flying type or psychic type moves on your entire team.
Right.
So, and those are the only two things that would be super effective. So the next thing to look to is who fighting would not be super effective against, or would not be very effective against at all.
So poison, flying, which we don't have.
Correct.
Psychic, which we don't have.
Correct.
And bug.
Right. So now you have...
So Scolipede.
Scolipede would be your main person there, because Crustle, also part rock, which fighting is super effective against, which means super effective against one type, not very effective against another type, means it would be neutral.
Okay. And
it's going to be neutral. Fighting's going to be neutral against a lot of your Pokemon. Druddigon, Darmanitan, etc.
Yeah.
So Scolipede's going to be your main Pokemon that it will be not 4 times not very effective against Scolipede, in fact.
All right. Okay, so top left is Dark. So fighting and bug are super effective against Dark.
Correct, of which you have 3 Pokemon that fit that bill.
Right. Okay. So let's look the other direction now.
Yes.
Fighting is or dark is not very effective against fighting. And dark and steel.
Right.
All right, now who had this steel type move?
Druddigon did. But again, the move is irrelevant unless because the steel type against dark is neutral, but it's not. Druddigon's not a steel type Pokemon.
Okay. Okay. So we would want maybe Darmanitan's fighting type move because it's not a fighting type Pokemon. Or
no. It would be better than for Embor is what you're saying, right? You're trying to fight against the dark type.
Yeah.
So fighting is going to be super effective. A fighting type move is going to be super effective against them, but they are going to be not very effective against a fighting type Pokemon.
Oh, okay. Not again. Okay.
Correct.
Sorry.
That's fine.
I had it switched in my
So,
mind.
but that means that Embor is good, Scolipede is good, Crustle is good.
Wow.
Right? Because the dark type is going to be not very effective against Embor, so Embor is probably your best bet. But Scolipede and Crustle as backup is great, and the nice thing is Crocodile is a nice Pokemon to put in because dark is not very effective against dark, and you know that you have other non-dark type moves on Crocodile that you could use against the dark type as well, like your ground type moves.
All right, so that's really helpful because we know we're using Scolipede and Crocodile in these other 2 areas.
Correct.
So when we switch from area to area, does the same Pokemon stay in?
No, because it will be the same as the Elite Four in the past, where when you beat one Elite Four member, you will have time to use items, heal up your Pokemon, switch around your team, etc.
Okay.
So that'll be... So you pick one person to fight against, you fight against them until you lose or they do, but then you have the choice as to what to do after that of healing and then who to fight next, but who goes first, etc. You have all the time in the world for that decision.
Okay, that's cool. And so then it makes what I was about to say irrelevant, because basically I was going to say if, we do the bottom left ghost type Elite Four member first.
Yes.
And then, Crocodile doesn't die or, still has really, really good health.
Right.
Then we can just leave him in and do the dark type one after that, just so that we're not wasting a turn swapping Pokemon. But we don't need to do that because that part of it doesn't exist.
Correct. That is not a concern at all. Yeah.
Okay. So how about Psychic? Bug, Ghost, and Dark are all super effective against Psychic.
Right. And again, Crocodile, a Dark-type Pokemon with a Ghost-type move as well as Dark-type moves, and 2 Bug-type Pokemon with Bug-type moves in Scolipede and Crustle are going to be your main 3 in that regard. But if you look at it in the reverse, what is Psychic not very effective against?
Psychic and Steel.
But what does that other thing mean?
Oh, Dark.
It doesn't affect Dark at all.
Okay.
So any Psychic type attack against Crocodile will do nothing.
Wow.
Right. So, and you don't have any Psychic type or Steel type Pokemon, so that otherwise is irrelevant. But notably, Psychic super effective against Fighting and Poison. So relevant that even though we were talking about the fact that Bug is good against Psychic, you might not want to use Scolipede.
Right.
Because since Psychic is not very effective against Bug, it means that Psychic will be super effective against Scolipede.
Right.
So you can use Crustle, but Crocodile is going to be your number 1 there for sure.
Okay. All right, so let's get our second choices here. Dark and Psychic already have our second choices.
Yeah.
So Fighting, we've got Scolipede as number 1. So who's our number 2 for Fighting?
Again, that's a tougher one because you don't have any super effective moves against fighting types. You know that Poison, Flying, Psychic, and Bug is what Fighting is not very effective against. You have no Flying, you have no Psychic, you only have Poison, Bug. And like I said, Crustle, because it is part Bug, you might think that, but it's also part Rock.
Right. And
Fighting is super effective against Rock, not very effective against Bug, so it is neutral. So your second would be literally anyone. Because except Crocodile. Because Crocodile as a dark type is weak to fighting.
Okay. Or someone who has a high physical defense. Right?
Yeah. I mean, your highest...
Because a fighting type Pokemon probably has physical attacks that they're fighting us with.
Smart.
Right?
So we're not going to look at Crocodile regardless because Crocodile's weak to fighting, so we'll move on. 79 on Emboar.
Okay.
99 on Scolipede, but you're already using Scolipede as your number 1.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's helpful to know regardless, but you're trying to find a second.
Right.
So, 131 on Crustle, but we just talked about. So, Crustle is a likely good second because, again, very physically defensive, as you said, and it's neutral, as a lot of these will be, or fighting will be neutral against it. 86 on Druddigan, which is not bad.
No.
78 on Darmanitan, and that's it.
Okay, so we'll put Crustle.
Yeah, Crustle is your best number 2 for fighting.
All right, and then what's our number 2 for Ghost?
Well, look at Ghost. Ghost is weak to what?
Poison and... No. Ghost... Sorry, look in the wrong direction. Dark and Steel.
No. This way is what you're looking at, these two.
Oh, okay, so I was going the correct direction.
Yeah, you just looked at this one instead, the minuses instead. You gotta look at the pluses.
Ghost and Dark.
Right, which is only on Crocodile. So then you look at what Ghost is not very effective against.
Right. Normal.
Normal, it doesn't affect at all.
Dark and Steel.
Which is, again, still just Crocodile because you have no steel types. So anyone, right? Like, Ghost is super effective against Psychic and Ghost. And you have no Psychic and no Ghost types. So kind of anyone. Like, Crocodile is your main Pokemon there, but...
Alright, let's put Druddigon then as our... Well, I'm trying to think what we're going to need against N.
Sure.
Because we need those Pokemon to stay alive. But I still want to be able to, like, use everybody.
Sure. I mean, don't forget, like we said, you can heal after every fight. So even if you want to say that you need Crocodile, you can revive him after. But what do you know about N? If you're thinking towards N, what do you know about N?
Nothing.
Nothing. You know one thing about N.
What?
Who's he going to have with him? He wrote it. There was like a whole cutscene.
Forgot.
It's the legendary dragon. The like big dark dragon that he flew off on.
Okay, that's why we got Druddigon.
Correct, because we needed a dragon. Well, and because we needed something that could surf and whatever. But yes, that was part of your consideration, was that we're likely going to come across a dragon that N has, and so Druddigon fit that bill.
Okay,
to
but
fight.
that's all we know?
So far. Again, especially because N has not used the same Pokemon any time that we fought him. Bianca and Charon did, but N does not. He doesn't use the same ones.
Yeah, because he just uses whatever Pokemon he's, commandeering.
Yep. He'll say that he befriended, but yes, that he commandeered is fine. But we have a fair bit of time to think about N. I mean, if you want to talk about it now, that's totally fine.
Well, no, I'm just saying the only two Pokemon that are not already on this list are Darmanitan and Druddigon.
Right.
And I feel like Druddigon, we know we're going to need for N because he's going to have a Dragon type.
Which is the only thing you know about N. You don't know what other Pokemon he'll have, yep.
But, I mean, the intro opening thing showed him with Darmanitan.
As a child.
Yes.
Sure.
So maybe he'll have a Darmanitan.
Maybe.
Is Darmanitan good against Darmanitan?
No. Darmanitan's a fire type. So your best bet against fire is going to be...
Surf. On
water, ground, rock. So, Darmanitan. And Darmanitan actually has a ground type move as well. So, Darmanitan, I guess, would work in that regard. Okay. But Druddigon, Darmanitan, Crustle, and Crocodile.
Okay. All right, so I'll write N. Druddigon, Darmanitan.
We said Crustle, Crocodile for ground and rock.
Crustle, Crocodile. Okay. So then I'm going to put Darmanitan as our number 2 for Ghost.
Okay. Darmanitan is the one-hit wonder, so she can get some respect in that regard. Let's do it.
Yeah, because that leaves Druddigon for N. Because Druddigon always gets itself killed.
Sure.
Even though we just checked its defense, and its defense is actually not that bad.
Not bad at all, yeah.
It just always gets itself killed.
Correct.
So we'll leave Druddigon for N if we can.
Okay.
And then Darmanitan, because it's the one-hit wonder and great, will be our number 2 for N. But so we'll be able to heal after using it for Ghost.
After literally every time we use it, yeah.
But it'll be better to have Crustle and Crocodile at the bottom of that list because we've already used them a bunch with the Elite Four.
You got it. Yeah, obviously, notably for Darmanitan, if we're using it against Ghosts, if it's second for Ghost, we just never hit Hammer Arm and we're fine. Because Hammer Arm, a fighting type move that will do nothing, but you have 3 other moves to choose. Or Strength.
Oh.
Darmanitan has Strength and Hammer Arm, and you can't use either of those. You can use Dig, and you can use Fire Punch.
Okay.
But those are your only two that you can choose under a Manatan. They're still damn good choices. Don't forget. And you're going to be Soft Sand boosted with Dig and Stab boosted with Fire Punch and 157 attack. So it's still fine.
But I am going to need you to remind me of that if we end up in that situation.
Happily.
I'm going to need you to say, don't forget, you can't use firearm, or you can't use
Hammer arm
or strength.
Happily.
Okay.
But
deal.
The big question now is, Amy.
Yeah.
Because we've strategized a fair bit, and that was very important. Don't get me wrong.
Way more than we ever have, I feel like.
We've talked a fair bit in strategizing a lot. But this gives you this choice.
Right.
So you knew going in about this stuff, which you haven't in the past.
Right.
So I guess that's a fair comment because we hadn't known otherwise.
Right.
So, do you want to fight the Ghost type Elite Four member, the Fighting type Elite Four member, the Dark type Elite Four member, or the Psychic type Elite Four member? And the question really is, do you want to go for the one that you think might be the easiest so you can farm some levels, level up your Pokemon more, and then go fight the harder ones? Or do you want to go for the harder ones first to get them out of the way, or mix them up in somewhere in between?
I think we start with Dark, because Dark has the most possibilities as people to use.
Okay.
We're going to start with Emboar, which is our starter, right? And then we'll move to Scolipede if we need somebody else, and Scolipede needs leveling. Emboar's also at 47, but Emboar doesn't really need leveling.
Okay.
But Scolipede does.
Okay.
So I think we start with Dark.
You got it. So Emboar and Scolipede, the top two.
Yes.
Okay. Let's start.
And we need the top left.
Yes, with the Dark type Elite Four member. And you can let me know, once we get in here, what you think of the ambiance of these towers that we enter for these Elite Four members.
Ooh, now I'm excited.
Are you ready?
Yes. Oh. Okay. Cool. Oh. Very Rakdos. Oh, I'm loving it.
That is the combination of red and black in Magic the Gathering for our other channel, Geek for All, down in the description box below if you're curious. Or one of our other channels, of course.
I'm loving this. Oh my god, yes.
And so now we are locked in.
Oh, it's like building the suspense so much.
There's this beautiful chandelier that I'm sure you love.
I do. And I love the hair, the like devilish hair.
Sure.
The like Wolverine hair.
Yeah, actually, that looks really good.
Yeah.
He's just got a chair, like a love seat behind him.
Yeah. So there's room for two. We can sit together.
As our Pokemon battle it out to the death. All right, are you ready?
Oh my gosh. I'm loving this.
Good.
Okay. What's this like puddle of vomit on the floor?
The green pad is a teleport pad to teleport you back to the entrance if you win.
Okay. Oh, this is gorgeous and wonderful. Oh my gosh, I am loving this. Okay.
Good, I'm so glad to hear it.
Let's start.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Man, oh man. What is going on today? Challengers coming one right after another. Well, no matter. I am Grimsley of the Elite Four, and I will fulfill my duty to be your opponent.
Okay. I'll fulfill my duty of being your opponent as well. Ooh.
There is Grimsley.
Yes. Okay.
Elite Four Grimsley with 4 Pokemon. He starts with Scrafty.
Oh.
Now, we've seen Scrafty before. You've fought Scrafty before. Scrafty level 48.
Okay.
Do you remember the 2 types that Scrafty is? One will be obvious because of what Elite Four member you're facing.
Right. Dark. And then the other one was ugly, right? I say that every time because it's so ugly.
Hey, at least this one's not repeatedly pulling its skin up and letting it fall back
Yeah.
down. I mean, it's still there. The skin still exists on its body, just hanging loose like that, but...
Yeah. No, we can't all hang loose.
Wow.
So it's dark and... I don't know. He's kind of lizardy.
Okay, what would that mean?
I don't know. Poison?
It is not poison.
And
it has nothing to do with its lizardiness.
Okay. It is steel. It is rock. It's fighting. It's fighting. I remember that.
It is fighting. Yes,
okay.
absolutely.
Okay.
So it is a dark fighting type. Now, Embor is in here because Embor's fighting typing is super effective against the dark type. How does fighting do against fighting?
Not well.
That's not correct.
Oh.
Fighting versus fighting?
Oh, it's neutral.
It is neutral, which means that fighting will be super effective against Scrafty because it will only, it's super effective against the dark type.
Okay. Awesome. So then we can brick break.
Notably, rock against fighting is bad, so we don't want to use Rock Tomb, but fire against fighting is neutral. So either of the fire type moves would be neutral, but of course Brick Break going to be your super effective attack here.
Let's do it.
Embor is faster and used Brick Break on Scrafty and did 3/4 plus. Whew. Super effective. All it did was sand attack you, which makes your accuracy go down -1. I never thought you would use that move. Not a bad choice at all.
Yeah, I know. The move you chose was really bad. All right, Brick Break.
It hits, and you've defeated your first Pokemon in the Elite Four, Amy, without taking a point of damage. Scrafty faints.
Goodbye.
Embor gained 2,520 experience.
Ooh.
Grimsley is about to send in Crocodile.
Oh. Okay.
So now you know everything there is to know about Crocodile. It is what 2 types?
Dark and ground.
Correct. So again, fighting versus ground.
Neutral.
So Brick Break would still be super effective, but notably, how is ground versus fire?
Super effective.
And fighting?
Neutral.
Which means against your Embor, a ground type move would be super effective.
Okay.
Your second is Scolipede.
Yes.
But Scolipede is part poison. And ground versus poison is super effective. But bug, not very effective. So ground would be neutral against Scolipede.
Okay.
And dark, as we know, would be neutral as well, damage-wise. Okay. But of course, it would be weak to your bug-type moves.
Yeah. All right, so let's use Scolipede.
Okay, so we will switch to our girl Scolipede.
Yeah. Show them how we do it.
All right, Scolipede's in. Here comes Crocodile. Not a surprise what this Pokemon is. It does have Intimidate, though, not Moxie. So you actually are at -1 attack on Scolipede now.
Okay.
So Steamroller, lower power, but has a chance to flinch. X-Scissor, higher power.
Let's stick with higher power. We will X-Scissor.
I like it. X-Scissor, we are faster because we have ridiculous speed on Scolipede.
Yeah.
And even with your -1 attack, you do over half. Earthquake from Crocodile.
Oof.
Does a lot, but does not kill you.
Okay. And we are faster, so we should be able to get off a second X-Scissor and kill it.
Brilliant.
All right, let's do it.
And Scolipede was not the one who got sand attacked, and this is 100% accurate, so no question whatsoever, down goes Crocodile.
Yes.
Wow.
Bye-bye.
Scolipede gained 3,377.
Oh, fuck yeah, she did.
Now, Grimsley is about to send in Liepard. Will you switch?
Liepard is normal and dark, right?
Either that, I believe it's actually just dark.
Just dark.
I believe so.
Okay. So we, but Scolipede's not doing great.
Sure, but you still have...
So we'll go back to Embor.
Okay, great. Whoops, wrong way. That's fine. Yes, Embor still at full health here. But Scolipede comes out, Embor comes in, and here comes his third of 4 Pokemon, Liepard. Level 48. Are we brick breaking again?
Yes.
Fake out. Okay, we know how this works. You're going to take a little bit of damage. You're going to flinch. It did literally 20 damage to you. That was its whole turn and your whole turn. We'll just choose brick break again.
Yes.
It is faster than you and used Attract.
Oh, no.
Embor fell in love and is in love with Liepard, but you still got off the brick break.
Wow, yes.
And killed Liepard in 1.
Wow.
Super effective, not a crit. Liepard faints 2,299, and Embor is level 48 with those pluses.
Oh my god, Embor. Jesus. Contain yourself.
I would rather he didn't. This is great.
Yeah.
180 at max HP.
Jeez.
167 attack. 81 defense. You have broken triple digits with 100 special attack.
Wow.
Which actually matters because you have flamethrower.
Yes.
77 special defense and 84 speed. And
Wonderful.
Grimsley. What?
Wonderful.
Grimsley is about to send in Bisharp. Will you switch?
Bisharp.
Bisharp.
The fuck is that?
I don't think you've seen Bisharp yet.
Is that a bishop who plays the harp?
Oh, that would make sense. What type would that be? It wouldn't make sense.
The religious type. I mean, ghost type.
Okay.
And dark.
Okay, so Ghost Dark. Okay. So the only other Ghost Dark type
Or
that I can...
psychic dark.
Or Psychic Dark. Okay.
Right? Because those are a little more like heavenly things instead of like earthly plane things.
Okay.
Or no, that's maybe a little weird. I don't know. But who cares? It's a dark type. Let's fight it.
With Embor still?
Yes.
Okay, so we will stay in with Embor. This is Bisharp.
Oh.
Good, good. But I'll never retreat from any battle. This is a level 50 Bisharp.
Looks like maybe it's a steel type.
So if it's a part steel, it is steel and what?
Dark.
Okay, and how does fighting do against steel?
Well.
And how does it do against dark?
Well.
So if you're right, it sounds like this Bisharp is going to be 4 times weak to a fighting type move.
It sure does.
Okay. I wonder what we'll use.
Brick break.
You are not faster, and it has Aerial Ace.
Oof. Yikers.
You lived it, though. And here's your brick break. It hits. And you just beat your first Elite Four member.
Oh my god, Embor. Shit.
2,702 experience, and you beat Elite Four Grimsley. If somebody wins a battle, then without doubt, someone else has to lose. That's the way of battle. Ariel doesn't... Oh my god. Wow. It's so fast. I missed all of that. Hopefully you all got to read it. You can pause and read it for yourselves. But you got $6,000 for winning.
Wow. Thank you, Grimsley. This was lovely.
You love him?
I do. I love the yellow scarf. I love the very flamboyant stance. I love the Wolverine hair.
Yeah.
I love the room that he lives in or, works. I guess
Sure.
it's just his workplace.
Yeah.
Right? But it's cool.
Yeah.
He's got quite the cuff on the bottom of his pants.
Yeah. And his shirt sleeves. Right?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
coat sleeves, I guess.
So I adore him.
Awesome. Well, that was
And
Grimsley.
he was easy to beat.
And he was easy to beat. That's also
and
helpful.
he gave me $6,000 for doing it.
That's right. Whether or not you get to fight at full strength, whether or not luck smiles on you, none of that matters. Only results matter. And a loss is a loss. See, victory shines like a bright light. And right now, you and your Pokemon are shining brilliantly.
Thank you.
And so,
But results aren't the only thing that matters. Sometimes that's the case.
and now notably this...
We're holding hands.
Yeah, exactly. This puddle of puke, as you called it, on the floor now is radiating because you won, so now you can step on it as a teleport pad.
So it's going to stink. It's radiating.
Yes, definitely. That's what it means.
Let's sit on the love seat with him.
You can't do that.
Because we love him.
We can't do that.
And he's holding our hand.
Yes. But yeah, you're still locked in here. The only way out is this way.
Fine, I'll step on the puke.
Bye, Grimsley.
Bye, Grimsley. Love you. I'll join you on the love seat later.
And so now, the light is lit.
Okay.
Because you've beaten that Elite Four member. Now, I think folks out there will appreciate if we go and fight one more Elite Four member in this episode, and then we save the other two for the next episode.
Okay.
But, more importantly, no matter who we go to face next, Emboar and Scolipede need a little bit of love healing-wise.
Yes, they do.
Emboar notably down by 102, and Scolipede down by 79.
Oh, well, luckily we have 86,000 Moo Milks.
So we do. Scolipede obviously would benefit more from a lemonade.
Sure.
But Emboar can get Moo Milk and then be only down by 2 HP from full.
Right.
Is that cool?
Yes.
Well, okay. So we'll do both of those. Go to the bag. Healing items are here. Go all the way down to a Moo Milk first. We have 36 of them. Now down to 35 to bring Emboar up to 178 of 180. And then Scolipede will get a lemonade, which we will then have 8 of remaining.
I love lemonade.
Right? And Scolipede will gain 79 out of the 80 possible hit points. And you used no one else, so everybody else is ready to go.
Okay.
Now the question is, Amy, you've already beaten the Dark type. Next, you have a choice between or among Ghost, Fighting, and Psychic.
Alright, well, we did some fighting shit in the last one. So let's do fighting. So bottom right.
Okay. So who is your top Pokemon for that one?
Scolipede.
And who is your second Pokemon for that one?
Crustal.
Okay. Scolipede and Crustal. Going to be holding it down for us on this one. And then, of course, people can come in and bat clean up if necessary. But hopefully not.
Yeah.
But we said bottom right. That is this one here. Are you ready?
Yes.
We'll see what this room looks like. And if you like it as much as, less than, or equal to Grimsley's room.
Okay. I'm sure it'll be less than. Oh. Is this a generator of some kind?
Looks like it, right?
Yeah. Okay. Oh. It's like a roller coaster.
Sort of, yeah.
A shitty one.
Yeah, very industrial.
It's very Final Fantasy VII, I feel like.
Okay, fair enough. You can go check out our playthrough of Final Fantasy VII here on the channel.
Oh, we're in a wrestling ring. Bring Empoor back out. He's dressed for the part.
What do you think of this guy?
I can't really tell what he's wearing, but his hair looks very wrestlery.
Sure.
Love it.
All right, are we ready?
Yeah. And I love that the like poles that are holding up the wrestling ring, like ring.
The ring posts. Oh,
Yeah.
the corners, you mean?
The band things, the rubber bands.
Yeah. The ropes.
The ropes.
They're called ropes, yeah.
I love that they're glowing.
Okay.
Because I hate pyro.
Sure.
But this is nice.
Yeah. You like the spotlights in the background, too?
Yeah. Very cool.
Make it a big spectacle. All right, let's hear from this guy. You ready?
Yeah.
Greetings, Challenger. My name's Marshall.
Hi.
In order to master the art of fighting, I'm training under my mentor, Alder.
Oh, okay.
You remember Alder, of course?
Yes.
Okay. My mentor sees your potential as a trainer and is taking an interest in you. It is my intention to test you, to take you to the limits of your strength. Ki!
Awesome. I'm on Tough Enough.
Nice. WWE Tough Enough reference. That is Marshall.
Yeah. Let's fight. Whoa. Okay, he's going to trip on his pants.
Elite Four Marshall with 4 Pokemon starts with Throw.
Oh, and he's got the pierced nipples, too, like Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley. All right. Scolipede is out, level 47. Throw, level 48. What are we going to do against Throw?
Okay. Throw is just a fighting type, I believe. Okay.
That makes sense.
So we're gonna do, what? I don't know. I'm blanking now.
Well, if he's a fighting type,
yeah,
right? Because we learned that we don't have anything super effective against it.
Right. Oh, okay. So it really doesn't matter what we do.
It sort of matters. What is not very effective against fighting?
Oh, bug. Shit. Okay, and rock. And dark.
Okay.
Okay, so just the poison ones.
Right. So now, if you remember, Poison Tail, lower power, chance to crit more.
Okay.
And a chance to poison. Poison Jab, higher power, chance to poison, not a higher crit chance.
Okay.
So the only difference is the crit chance and the power, because they both can poison. What are you thinking?
I think we start with poison jab, and then if we do like a lot of damage and then we have like a much smaller bar, we can do poison tail.
Okay. All right, let's see how
Because
poison...
that'll still do damage, just less.
Unless it crits, and then it will do more. But
Right,
yes. Yes.
No way to predict.
Correct. Poison Jab first. Hits. You are faster, of course. It does that much and immediately poisons.
Oh.
It used Bulldoze, which as we know is a ground type move. We have it on one of our Pokemon. And it lowers your speed. But Throw is hurt by the poison. Oh, so strong. That makes my heart dance.
Okay. I feel like that didn't do a whole lot.
I can agree with that.
But I don't know. I still want to use the poison tail then.
Okay.
Because I want to, like, really hope that it's going to crit and just, like, get to see it, like, go to 0.
Okay. All right. I like that.
Crit, 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 crit.
Poison Tail hits. Does not crit. And it used Stone Edge
Oh, no.
on your bug. And so Scolipede
Fuck.
has fainted. Super effective.
Oh, no.
Okay. It's hurt by the poison still, so it's at very low.
Okay. Well, Crustle is our number 2.
And you now know that it has a rock type move. Rock versus rock is neutral, but versus bug is super effective. So it will still be super effective against Crustle, but you have a very high defense on Crustle.
Okay, but do we have anybody else that maybe will be less vulnerable?
Well, Emboar, Darmanitan, Emboar and Darmanitan are also weak to rock. Crocodile is weak to fighting. Druddigan weak to neither. Notably, Emboar and Darmanitan also, and Crustle, also weak to ground, and it used Bulldoze.
Let's put Druddigan in. Fuck it.
Okay.
And I think we'll use the electric type move on this since it's a little bar.
Since it's so low? Okay.
Yeah, charge beam.
Okay. We are not faster, and actually we don't know, because Marshall used a full restore, which means that throw is not poisoned anymore either.
Oh, son of a bitch.
And goes back to full HP. We charge beam, and it does that much.
Oh, motherfucker.
Woo! We can fight.
But everything else is neutral, right?
Everything that we have?
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's use Surf. That's a powerful move. It does a lot of damage. We have the belt.
No. The belt only works on super effective moves. Not special moves. Super effective moves.
Oh, no. Okay,
so your strongest move on Druddigan, no question, is always going to be Dragon Claw.
Right. Okay.
Unless Charge Beam, Surf, or Flash Cannon is super effective against the target.
I did not realize that that's what the belt did.
Yes.
Okay, Dragon Claw it is. We're in here. We're going to do the job.
Not bad. Throw used Payback, which did a fair amount. By the way, for folks who are fans of wrestling, maybe not a good idea to say the term "do the job" in a wrestling ring type environment.
Damn it, Druddigan.
You're
such a jobber.
For folks who are not familiar with wrestling terminology, to do the job means you're going to go in and lose.
Okay.
Dragonclaw did a fair bit, but based on its health, it is almost certain to not kill here if you use it again.
Yeah, okay. Let's switch out.
2.
Fine, let's use Crustle. I don't love it.
Okay. Yeah, you just gotta hope it doesn't use a rock-type move. Everything else you should be fine. Right? Because ground against bug is not very effective. Ground against rock is super effective, so it would be neutral. So yeah, you just gotta hope it doesn't use a rock-type move here, because that would be super effective against you. In comes Crustle. He used Payback, which did very little. And it was hurt by the Rocky Helmet.
Nice. Okay. What should we do here?
Everything will be neutral. No, Bug is not very effective against fighting. So, not X-Scissor. Rock is also not very effective against fighting. So, even though those are your two stab moves, Slash is going to be your best bet in a neutral move.
Slash, actually.
Okay. And then not Shell Smash first, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not on this Pokemon.
Okay.
The next one, maybe.
Okay. It used Payback again. We already know it did 19 last time. It does less than 19 this time. It's hurt by the Rocky Helmet, and it almost certainly dies to Slash. It sure does. Throw feints. Crustle gained 1,174, as does Druddigan. And he's about to send in Sock.
Ah.
You know this Pokemon. You have this Pokemon.
I do.
Will you switch?
No.
In comes Sock.
Okay.
What will we do against Sock?
Now we can try Shell Smash.
Sock used Stone Edge. And puts you to 27.
Oh my god.
You Shell Smash. -1 defense. -1 special defense. +2 attack. Special attack. And speed.
Oh, but that's not even a damage dealing move.
No. No. It raises your stats because now you are faster and stronger, and so now the hope is that you can sweep. Notably, you can still use like healing moves or healing items and stuff, and not forfeit any of those things that just happened.
Okay, and they just stay indefinitely until when?
Until either Crustle faints or switches out of battle.
Okay. All right, so let's heal Crustle.
All right, so we're down by 113, which could either be a hyper, a max, or a full restore, if you want to do all 113 healed. Obviously, as we discussed, Moo Moo Milk is 100. You'd be down by 13, but it's doing a fair bit of damage to you. So
all right, let's use a hyper. We've got 20 of them.
Sure. Hyper will heal 200, so it will definitely bring you back up to full. Stone Edge again, but it missed you because it is not 100% accurate.
Thank God. Okay. So, we don't want to use a rock type against it, you said, right?
Rock will be not very effective against a fighting type, as will Bug.
Oh, so slash it is.
Okay.
Okay.
You are faster after the Shell Smash. And you did 2/3 to it. And you dodged the Stone Edge again.
Wow. Okay. Do we need to use slash again? We can probably use one of the other two moves since it's this low.
That's up to you. I mean, you have 18 of them left. So that's your call.
Yeah, sure. Okay, let's use slash.
Okay.
Because we know it'll be effective. And we don't need to ration them if we have 18.
Correct. And Sock definitely goes down to a second slash. Crust will gain 2,347. And he's going to send in Conkeldurr. I believe, yeah. And it could be Conkeldurr. I think it's Conkeldurr because it's supposed to be like an elder. It's, and yes, it's an it's Conkeldurr because it's concrete elder. Because if you recall, you've seen this thing once before. It's the thing holding the two concrete columns because it evolves from timber and, why can't I think of whatever the other one was.
Yeah. Okay.
Timber, the one holding the piece of wood,
I
and then
remember.
the I-beam or whatever.
Go ahead.
So are we staying in?
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, this is Conkeldurr. Remember this guy?
Yeah.
With the big clown nose?
Yeah.
So all your previous Shell Smashes...
So we're just slashing.
Yes. Now, notably, it depends on how you feel about Conkeldurr. You can Shell Smash more than once.
Oh.
You will then be at -2 defense and -2 special defense,
Yeah.
but you'll be at +4 attack, special attack, and speed. It's entirely your call.
That's scary, though.
Yes, it is. I'll give you that.
Let's just slash.
Slash hits, you are faster, and it does not quite do half.
Damn.
Stone Edge hits you and puts you to 1 with a crit because of your sturdy ability.
Oh my God, Crustle.
You endured the hit at 1.
You're a fucking boss, bro.
Now, notably, another slash won't kill.
Yes.
Unless it crits, and slash does crit more often, but it hasn't crit yet, so not necessarily something you can hang your hat on here.
Yeah.
You can heal because that was a crit from Conkeldurr, if you want, or you can switch, or you can try to fight it out regardless. It's your call.
Let's heal.
Another hyper?
Yeah.
You got it. Hyper it up. Crustle goes back to full after a Stone Edge crit. Hammer Arm, fighting type attack on you. You go to 23, and his speed falls, and he's hurt by the Rocky Helmet.
Wow. Okay, so this is like a, when we fought, what's his name? The fucking thing that sleeps.
Snorlax.
Yeah. It's just a long game.
war of attrition kind of thing.
Yeah. All right, and using items.
Yeah, so you're down by whatever. You're going to use another hyper?
Yeah.
Okay. Hyper potion. Hammer arm again. You're at 22 instead of 23. It takes more damage from Rocky Helmet. It's at -2 speed. But now it's up to you. Do you heal again and just let it kill itself with Rocky Helmet damage? Or do you slash? You know you're faster. You were faster before it gave itself -2 speed.
Ah, okay.
And you saw how much slash did. It was arguable, in my opinion, whether it would have killed it before this last attack.
Right.
Now it almost certainly will.
Yeah, I think we slash.
Okay. He does have one more Pokemon left after this.
That's fine.
Okay. So we will slash. Yeah, you'll still have a chance to heal again if you feel that you want to against whatever comes in next. But Conkeldurr, down. You gained 3,269 experience and are level 49.
Wow, Crustle.
There are your pluses.
Whoa. Okay.
143 HP, 138 attack, 133 defense, 74 special attack, 81 special defense, and 60 speed.
60 speed and we were faster than that thing?
You got +2 speed from Shell Smash.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Whew. All right, let's...
And he's going to send in Mienshao.
Okay.
As a reminder, you've seen a Pokemon in this game named Mienfoo. That may or may not be relevant to you, but this is Mienshao.
Well, since I don't know what Fu or Shao mean, I don't know how much that helps me.
Okay. Well, I mean, I can give you a hint at one of their types, of course. But
well, obviously fighting.
yes.
But, you know, that's obvious.
Yeah. And, yeah. When you fought Mienfoo was only fighting type. If that helps.
Okay. Can we leave Crustle in here,
sure,
but heal Scolipede and put Scolipede in? Or maybe that doesn't make sense because we'll have to revive Scolipede and then heal Scolipede.
I mean, yeah, you have max revives technically if you really wanted to do that, but if Mienshao uses an attacking move, Crustle will almost certainly die. So you'd basically be trading out fainted Crustle for a full health Scolipede if you do it that way.
Right.
If that's what you want, that's fine. I'm just letting you know what the stakes are.
Yeah, I mean, Scolipede was our number one, and we used it for about 5 seconds, and now we're, like, using Crustle, which is fine. It's just really not what we wanted to do here.
Okay.
But, I mean, I suppose we could continue to use Crustle for the sake of not really needing to take that extra step.
That's up to you. I mean,
but we're taking extra steps in how ineffective our moves are against these things.
Well, yeah, but I mean, slash is neutral but not stab, whereas poison jab would be neutral but stab, if that's what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever, let's just use Crustle.
Okay.
It's here.
And don't forget, you still have all the boosts.
Yeah.
So, okay. So you'll stay in with Crustle. Mienshao comes in. This is Mienshao. That's my final Pokemon, so we'll use our last bit of strength.
Oh god, this cat has like a faulty arm.
You can't quite tell. Both of its arms are like that.
Oh, I thought it was just using the one good arm to, like, hold up the bad arm.
No, you can see the purple bits of the back arm under its, like, in the crook of its arm there.
Okay.
Under its, where its first arm is draped over.
Weird. Okay. So let's heal Crustle, firstly.
You got it. We'll use another hyper. Bring Crustle back up to full. We'll see what Mienshao has, because all the other Pokemon have had Rock-type moves, which has been not great for Crustle. Mienshao used Jump Kick, which is a Fighting-type move, which does that much. It's hurt by the Rocky Helmet.
Wow. Crustle is taking a lot of fucking damage.
Correct.
Even though it's so defensive.
You're at minus
-1
defense from the Shell Smash, yeah.
I feel like it hasn't done a ton to benefit us, honestly.
I mean, you don't know what Slash would have done if you weren't at +2 attack, and you're at +2 attack, so it's doing more than you know, but again, I still see what you're saying in terms of being frustrated by the amount of damage that you're taking.
Yeah. Yeah, I really want Scolipede back in here.
Okay.
I think we just let Crustle take attacks while we get Scolipede ready to go.
Well, you have 6 max revives. Outside of battle, there's no reason to use max revives, because outside of battle, it's not a big deal to use a revive and a healing item,
right? Because
you can use them. There's no restriction. Whereas here, it would take 2 turns to do that.
Right.
So max revives are great in battle because it brings Scolipede to full, and then if and when Crustle dies here, you can immediately switch Scolipede in, and it'll be at full health.
Great. Yeah. Let's hope Crustle does not die. Well, it has the
No, only from full health would Sturdy activate.
Oh shoot. Okay.
Does that?
All right. Yeah.
Does that change your plan, or this is fine?
No, it's fine.
Okay. All right.
I just don't want to waste the max revives, but we do have 6 of them.
We have 6 of them, and this will bring Scolipede back. This is his final Pokemon, and you still have 4 others in the back that are not Scolipede nor Crustle. Mienshao used U-Turn, which is a Bug-type move. It's hurt by the Rocky Helmet on Crustle's way out, and Crustle does faint.
Fine.
But
so it was a waste. Well, it wasn't, because Scolipede is now ready to be put in.
So you could put Scolipede right in and start in on it immediately.
Okay.
So Scolipede comes in. It's so heavy when it hits the ground like that. It's so cool.
It's great. Okay. I'm sorry. What are the differences again?
High crit chance, higher base power.
Higher base power, please.
Poison Jab hits. Oh my god, that did a lot of damage. Here's a Rock Slide, unfortunately. And Scolipede faints.
Wow.
On a crit, if that is relevant.
Bullshit.
But it's fine. You have 4 more Pokemon, and this thing is almost dead, and it's his last Pokemon.
Right. Okay. Let's bring in... Does it matter even?
So, it depends on how fast this thing is, because we don't know. Crocodile weak to fighting. Emboar and Darmanitan weak to rock, and we've seen it use both.
Let's put Dredigan in. We'll just,
Again, well, this may be the last. I'll put everything into my next move.
I pretty much just use Dredigan whenever I'm not really sure what else to do.
Sure.
And it tends to work fine, but never great.
Sure, yeah.
But just fine.
Yeah.
And that's really what we need here, because it's low in the yellow.
Sure.
We just need fine. Dragon Claw.
He uses a full restore.
Ah. So we need better than fine. Which is why it's a good thing I chose Dragon Claw.
It is your best move. It does that much damage? Holy shit.
Okay, let's do it again, because it will clean up.
Yeah, that was very surprising. Jump Kick.
Oof.
Hits. Stab. Kills you.
Son of a bitch.
Okay. Well, we can look at stats. So let's look at stats. 125 speed on Crocodile.
Nice.
Emboar has 84 speed. And Darmanitan has 99 speed.
Alright,
So obviously just in terms of trying to outspeed this thing, because maybe one good attack will kill it. maybe not.
Alright, well, let's use Crocodile. What are its attacks again?
It's got a ghost type move, which could work on fighting.
Okay.
But it's not stab, it is spell tag boosted.
Right.
It's got dark type moves, which are not very effective against fighting.
Okay.
And it's got ground type moves, which would be neutral against fighting. And stab.
And are pretty good moves, if I recall. Bulldoze is...
Bulldoze and dig are your two.
So let's use Bulldoze.
Alright.
Let's make it happen. Get this guy out of here.
You are faster. Bulldoze hits. And does not kill.
Son of a bitch.
But lowers speed. And jump kick does hit. And does kill. But you have 2 more Pokemon. It's now at -1 speed. So your next fastest was Darmanitan, but if you feel confident with the -1 speed, you could also try Emboar. It's your call.
Such a waste.
Nope. Well, okay.
All right.
I'm not going to immediately invalidate your feelings. I will say that I respectfully disagree. It is at like 5 health, and you have 2 full health Pokemon left.
Yeah. I mean, I want to fight it. I want to kick this thing in the face so hard its fucking head falls off.
All right.
Let's... So stupid.
Realize that this thing is level 50 and will give all of its level 50 experience to whoever kills it.
Fine, let's use Darmanitan then, because it's 47.
Darmanitan, the one-hit wonder comes in. What would you like to do?
Let's just do a thing. Fire punch it in the face.
That is your strongest move. You are faster, and that will be Mienshao.
Fuck you, Mienshao.
2,878 experience. Here's Marshal. There is no single strongest Pokemon or sole best... Oh my god, I'm so bad at this. I'm so sorry, everyone. That's why I respect you, because you have these things. I'm so annoyed by that I can't read that fast enough. $6,000 for winning.
Wow, okay.
Same as Grimsley.
Right. Okay.
Now he says, "Phew, well done. As your battles continue, aim for even greater heights."
Yeah, I mean... guess I need to be a little less confident, because... that kicked my ass.
Yes, but fighting was always going to be the toughest for you, in my opinion. Because everything else that you have here listed, you have super effective moves on the Pokemon that you have as the Pokemon that are your top number 1 at minimum, if not also your number 2.
Right.
Fighting, you had not a single Pokemon, not a single move that was going to be super effective against this thing, and you had multiple Pokemon that were weak to their main move type, as well as then all of them having rock moves, because they're not stupid. Flying and bug being prevalent things to use against fighting types means that they want rock type moves to be able to battle those types of Pokemon.
Right.
Or combat those types of Pokemon.
All right.
He says, "Representing the Pokemon League in the absence of the champion has been my duty as Alder's student. However, there is nothing as empty as words, not backed up by strength. A word in your ear, strong challenger. The other members of the Elite Four are far more powerful than I am.
I hope that's not true.
Do not underestimate them."
Fuck. Your hair is awesome. Thank you.
Bye, Marshall. And guess what, everybody?
I get the reprieve of this episode being over.
That is going to be the end of this particular episode. We will be back next week with the final 2 members of the Elite Four, barring anything ridiculous happening. We will heal up and stuff at the beginning of the next one, or in between now and then. We'll see, we'll let you know at the start of the next one if for whatever reason we have done that off camera. But yeah, hopefully you all enjoyed. We would love to hear your thoughts down in the comments below about anything. What did you think about how Amy and her team did against these 2 members of the Elite Four? Are you as in love with Grimsley as Amy is? Nobody loves Grimsley like Amy loves Grimsley.
Oh my gosh. I'm sure that's not true.
I'm sure that's not true also. But yeah, and then let us know, because, by the time that this episode comes out, we will have already filmed the next one. So you can also leave your predictions for whether Amy will succeed or fail in the next 2 rooms as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and specifically the rooms. So the rooms that we have are the dark type room and the psychic type room. I'm sorry, the ghost type room and the psychic type room.
Thank you.
So, be specific.
Yeah.
About which you feel like I will succeed and or fail.
Yeah. Like I said, my personal opinion, fighting was going to be your toughest challenge. And if that's the case, I think you're in a good position. But we're not going to get cocky. And I'm not going to sit here and be like, you're going to win no quit. No. You've got work to do. But you did an incredible job this week. So, as always, Amy, let me allow me to be the first to congratulate you on getting halfway through the Elite Four.
Thank you.
Hopefully others, like I said, will do so in the comments. And folks, please don't forget, if you don't want to miss out on exactly when next week's episode comes out, don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell so that you will get notifications whenever any of our videos come out, including the continuation of this series next week and into the coming weeks, because obviously we've got a lot going on in this series. Also, don't forget, we have other series on this channel and other channels. Links down in the description box below. I mentioned it earlier. It's for our Magic the Gathering channel, Geek for All.
And Gluten Free for All.
And you can sub and ring the bells there as well. And then a final reminder that likes and shares go a very long way. And we really do appreciate any and all support that you are all willing to give.
Yes.
But for now, from us here at the Geek for All family of channels, I have been Joe.
And I'm Amy.
And as we always say, on whichever video of ours you watch next, we will see you all next time. Thanks, everybody.